We spoke on a more serious note on the radio not too long ago, fresh off the back of this story about Cliff Richard, your friend, Cliff Richard, who has been exonerated, hasn't he, being completely of all the charges laid against him. How is he, and how did you feel about all of that?
Well, he's good. I mean, we've spoken to him, and he's very relieved, obviously, that it's all over. I think all the way through he was confident, but maybe you always have that feeling, you know, of what if this goes wrong, or, you know, sometimes things don't always work out the way that they should. I think that, you know, Cliff, as well as all of us who knew him and are friends with him, was annoyed about how the whole thing was conducted. You know, I think that it's not the actual investigation, and I think if there's any kind of allegation, it needs to be investigated. But I think the way in his case, you know, his name was out there before there was kind of any concrete evidence at all.
The media were tipped off, weren't they?
Well, it seems so. And I think now, I suppose, what he's trying to do, and I think it's proven to be right for him, he's just trying to move on. I went to one of his shows on the Albert, we went to two of the shows, but we went to the Albert Hall last year. I mean, the investigation was still on. But the amount of support he was getting from the audience, I mean, there was nothing said about, you know, anything, because obviously he couldn't talk about it publicly at all. But you could feel the warmth and the support. And I think he's just relieved now it's over.
Would you have been a little shaken by the experience, I suspect?
I think it, of course, you know, you have to be shaken by something like that. And it's an incredible intrusion, you know, into his life too. And, you know, even though we look at Cliff and he's amazing, he looks so young and he acts so young, but the reality is he's 75. You know, and somewhere in all those years, you know, I think what was in his mind, you know, I've given my life entertaining people, given enjoyment, and he just couldn't understand, I think, why that he was treated in that way. Yeah.
He asked, I think you were going to go on holidays with him, or you were suggesting we'll leave you to it.
That's right, we were going, actually the week after, we were due to go to Portugal, a few of us, and when we found out, we called him and said, maybe we should, you know, give you space. He said, now, more than ever, I need my friends. And I have to say that those that we know that are friendly with him, they were incredible. You know, they never once wavered, you know, and that, I suppose, in all times, that's what carries you through, you know, whether it's something like that or a bereavement or an illness. It's people that lift you up. You know, when you're not able to sort of ride the wave yourself, people just lift you up.
That's the truth. That is.